G'day guys, it's Rick Nusky here, and today I'd like to do a review. I'm going to be looking at the Rode Podcaster. It might be back to front there, but it says Rode Podcaster, a broadcast quality USB microphone. So I'll be looking at that. I'll be unboxing 3 items today. Now, as a podcaster, there are dozens, literally dozens of choices of microphones, but I'm hearing a lot of good feedback about the Rode Podcaster. So I was fortunate enough to ask Father Christmas for it, and he delivered. So did pretty well. So yeah, there's the Rode Podcaster, which we'll unbox first. We have the matching PSM1 shock mount, which we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll unbox that second. And last but not least, our way to mount this beast is the Rode Microphones PSA Studio Arm. Now, I know that many people take standard light fittings and make some adjustments to the head here to be able to mount their podcaster microphone. But if you're serious about doing this for the $100 that it costs, I think it's well worthwhile just investing in the right equipment and matching it all up one time. So we'll just put that there for a second. This unit here was about $40, if I recall correctly. Don't quote me on that, but so $40 to $50 is a reasonable price. And this monster here, you can get it for less than $200 now. For what it does and how much work it's going to go through. What I'll do is I'll do some comparisons between the existing Logitech system that I'm using now, which is like a desktop video audio sort of system. So it's been easy, but whether or not it comes up to scratch when compared to the Rode, we'll see in future videos. Now, this is an Australian-made product, which I'm all about supporting Australian businesses if possible. So if you're keen to try this out, just know that that's an Australian business. So anyway, let's get into it. First thing I notice about this unit is just the quality of the casing and just the way it's presented, which is really nice. And in actual fact, speaking of which, it's had a design award for the podcast as a good design award. So that's pretty pleasing to know that. These are fairly readily available. In fact, this one was quite easy to find online and delivered within a handful of days. So it comes with a 10-year warranty, which is nice to know. That's a fair amount of time. A sticker, I'm not sure who would want that, but I guess if you put that on the back of your car, people might be inspired to follow up Rode and check out the microphones, but you might be using that one. And then you have your instruction manual. Now, although there's an instruction manual, it tells you all about the specifications and the world of Rode and how they come to be. It talks about polar responses and the details behind the technical specs, frequency responses, etc. Now, I'm not a technical person in this respect, but from what I understand, there's some reasonable specifications to play with this particular podcaster. It gives you instructions on how to install it. It's really as simple as mount it, connect your USB, and essentially away you go. There might be a little bit of configuration required to match it with your audio cards inside your computer, but apart from that, it's almost plug and play. Okay, so there's that. And here we go. Here is the unit itself. Brand new out of the box. Quite weighty. Nice solid weight to it. And well packed. So there's that. Take it out. It has, on the front here, I don't know if you can see that. Now, it's got a headphone jack here so that you can hear the sound as it's been captured, your voice as it's been captured straight through your ear without any loss of audio quality. And this here is a volume controller for your headphones, not for the actual microphone, so that's important to notice. Then you have your USB connection at the bottom, pretty standard fitting, so if you lose your supplied cable, you should be able to replace it fairly easily. You have your screw off knob here to mount it to the bracket that's also provided, so I won't go into detail with that. Inside the box, and I can get it open, you also receive a mount and adjustable screw thread to put your microphone on. Now, I'll take it out of here so you can see that. And essentially, this will undo, the bottom undoes, and you grab this bracket, put it in between that, and you thread it back on. Now, that's if you don't have the shock mount, which we do, so we won't be using this device to mount the podcaster. And the last thing in this box is the USB cable that connects your podcaster microphone to your PC or Mac. All right, so that's that one out the way. Now moving on to the PSM1 shock mount absorber. Now this is essentially a rubber mount that takes the shock away from any vibrations or that you might get from how you've mounted it on your table. You might find that your table is quite easy to bump. And what this does, these little mounts here, springing mounts, it's elastic of some description. This here is steel or some sort of a metal. This actually takes the shock, and there's a moving body inside. So if you knock your table, the likelihood of you getting any transmission of that vibration through to your microphone and record it is reduced, which is pretty cool. So this is simply, again, unscrew this main thread here and put it through there, and then screw it back on to your unit, and that's that part done. So pretty simple looking device. This again has a thread that you can adjust once you put it onto your studio mount, and we just turn it on there, screw it on there, and we'll show you that shortly. Last but not least is the PSA1 studio arm. Always fun to get out of the box at Christmas time. So it's pretty well wrapped, as you would expect, so it's nice. Comes with a number of inserts inside the box, including the actual mount that you will use to mount it to your table. And so that's all you do, is you unscrew this, and the stand sits in the top here, so you'll sit it like this, and the arm will sit upwards. So that's that part. Deep down in the box is the instruction manual. Although somewhat simple to work out, it's nice to have instructions for these things. You insert this box, I believe, is another mounting option. Now this is quite nice and looks really, really good quality if you're wanting to drill a hole in your existing desk and mount this high polished Rode embellished mount. Again, you unscrew this, drill your hole through your your desk or whatever it is you're using, your table, to that size. And it has to be a snug fit to that size so that it doesn't vibrate and move accidentally. Then underneath the table, you screw that back up, sit your studio arm on top, and away you go. You're ready to rock and roll. So that's that option. We won't be using this particular option at the moment. We're just going to use the table mount. And in the next video, we're going to do a review on the sound quality. So that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've taken something from it, and I'll talk with you again soon. See you later.